Hello and welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, and apparently part of the Tenkar family bucket brigade to empty the sewer line trap of enough backed up uh, dirty water and I guess floating feces. Uh, so the plumber today could clear out the line of invasive roots. We came about an inch in height of the water in the trap from flooding the basement. So yeah, it could have been a bad day. It could have been literally a shitty day. It certainly was stressful, and it certainly, I guess, led to a waste of a day. I mean, all right, not like sewage waste. There's a lot of bad puns I can pull into this one. I think I'll avoid that for now. Suffice to say, stuff that I had planned, for the most part, did not happen. But I was stressed enough to nap on the weekend, which is a rare event for me. Well, usually I don't have enough time to nap on the weekend. I'm usually doing stuff. In any case, enough of my rambling, enough of me telling you how shitty the day could have been. We've got some voicemails, and I'd like to address them now. First one is from Joe the lawyer. Joe, take it away.
Hey, Joe the lawyer. Not only did I use that aging table, I abused the shit out of it, man. I used to set my guy up where he was like, one day shy on his character sheet, one day shy of his birthday, that would get him some sort of a significant stat increase or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's just my interpretation of how to use a table. Hack the hell out of it. Anyway, talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, at that age, at that time, we would have, huh, what's the word I'm looking for here? Abused the shit out of it if we had actually, I guess, paid proper attention. There was so much stuff in the DMG that you glossed over because it was overwhelming in the early teens. You had the player's handbook, which was pretty much straightforward, and then the DMG, which was a disorganized mess. Useful information, but not all of it really compatible with other parts like the unarmed combat system and grappling, and it just didn't have the right feeling. One day I'm gonna have to go over the whole aerial combat rules because none of us could fucking make heads or tails of that shit either. But we didn't have a wargaming background. I didn't check out wargames until I came. My wargaming experience came from RPGs, and then I was going to hobby shops and would pick up war games and find out that pretty much nobody in my group wanted to play any of them. So I had war games I played like once or twice. I guess exception of Ogre. People would play Ogre, but in any case, now Jeremy has some thoughts or comments on the new Savage World or Savage World's community program that just launched. So let's listen to that.
Hey Tinker, Froth here. Man, my app is bugging out, so if you're getting a bunch of these messages, I was trying to send one. Maybe this one will go through. Hopefully it's the final time I try to, to do it and it works. But anyway, regarding Savage Worlds, I don't think that not being able to use their settings is going to be a big deal. There's 100 billion settings for Savage Worlds. It's kind of part of the draw of it. So I don't think that's going to matter as much as it maybe would for D&D. But I would say that I have noticed at least one kind of professional producer of Savage World stuff say they're not going to do so anymore and pull their stuff because of changes to the actual license to sell it other places. So I can only speculate. I haven't looked at the old deal and the new one side to side, but I think that's going to probably cause more friction. Anyway, thanks.
Jeremy, that's interesting because I didn't realize that there was a change in, I guess, the licensing for third-party publishers. But even if there wasn't a change in the licensing, if the community program brings in small third party self publishers, one man shows or one woman shows, however you want to look at it, and there's a limited market. I don't, with the exception of things like Pathfinder and probably D&D 5e. I don't think that there's a huge market for. There's a market for Savage Worlds. Obviously, it's one of the larger games that aren't derived from D&D. But I don't know if I was a publisher that I'd want to see this community program coming out, because now there's competition for the dollars, and it could be a glut in the market. There's pros and cons. Again, I'm not a Savage Worlds player, certainly not a GM. I think I've only played one session. I like the concept behind the rules, putting them into play. I've not been very comfortable with, and my issues are with powers, power spells, whatever. It just didn't click for me. I have I guess, an issue in my head and how all that comes together. That being said, I've liked a lot of the support material that uses Savage Worlds and the actual rules themselves. The what was it? The Explorer's Guide, the Pocket Guide, the $10 rules they used to put out. An amazing value and a great way to bring you in, and that's something I think a lot of our major game publishers forget, is that the best way to bring people to your rule set, to your game, is to make that first hit, that first piece of crack, the first rock, make the cost negligible. Produce it at cost, get it out there, especially if you have materials to support it, because that's going to bring your customer base in. I don't know, this is going off a little bit of a tangent, I don't know how many people went to the newer edition of Savage Worlds, but I pretty much, from what I understand, made the prior edition obsolete, and you don't have that small paperback entrance level that allows one to come into it with a relatively low investment and get hooked. I think that one of the wisest things that Frog God Games did was, with the Swords and Wizardry Light rules, yes, I'm tooting my own horn, I put them together, but they saw the potential of using these to bring people into Swords and Wizardry, into the OSR, and give it away for free. And, it's that first hit, that first rock, given away, even mail it to your house or given away at cons, and then after that, you're lost. It's similar to the way Labyrinth Lord, you have the no art version of the core book, which is your free hit, and if you want to support, you can get the art version with a nominal price increase from free to out of pocket to support the rule set, or you can buy it in print, and there's obviously a profit being made on that, but you can get the rules for free to bring you in. And I think that's the strength of the OSR. I think one of the things the OSR did very wisely was to release a lot of these core rules for free and bring people in and kind of concentrate more on the support material. But what the hell do I know? All right, folks. As always, I thank you very much for listening. Stay safe. Be well. I know winter weather's roaming its way through the country. So, again, stay safe. God bless. Roll your dice well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.